Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler. I am live in Sausalito, California, and I come to you from nerdrotic.com. And guess who's with me? Back from the dead, Dennis Bethalkis. How are you, Dennis?
I'm mucusy, but I'm good. I'm still a little
sexy.
mucusy. Yeah, I know.
That's sexy. Nice goatee there. How's it going? Well, Movie Fanobi, first of all, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. It says, pay the tolls, not the trolls.
Yes.
We don't feed the trolls here. We don't. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I don't know how many people are going to be up. This is a very unusual time for the Nerdrotic channel. It is before 10 a.m. Of course, we're about 25 minutes late on the start time, but that's because Mrs. Nerdrotic cares not about our schedule. She handed me some pancakes right when we were supposed to start, so I had to, of course, eat them. And yeah, so I'm on a weird staycation. So I'm about 20 miles north of my house in a guest house right now in Sausalito. Yeah, and they do live streaming here, by the way. They do some live streaming here, but it's not any kind of live stream we want to talk about. I talked about that on the Monday nooner. Yeah. I love pancakes too. Who doesn't love pancakes, right? Happy 4th, everybody. So
yeah, happy 4th, and thank you for all the welcome backs to everybody there in the chat. And thank you. Yes, it's been a little while, and this call was just nasty, man. I mean, I was, when I talked to Gary on, what was it, Thursday, I was already just gone pretty much. So
I tell you, Dennis has to be down because he is a podcast warrior. He has made every single one. He is the best co-host a guy could ask for, period.
Thank you.
He's on the ball. So we love you, Dennis, and we're glad you're back. And somebody says, I was about to take out the trash and I heard your booming voice. Hello.
Yeah, now mine's going to be a little bit deeper. I can actually do my Morgan Freeman now.
There you go.
The penguins were making their way across the tundra, but they didn't give a shit. There we go.
My name is Morgan Freeman.
My name is Morgan Freeman.
That was one of the best things from Con.
Oh, yeah, that was the Morgan Freeman off.
The Morgan Freeman off. So, like, secretly, one of the best panels at San Diego Comic-Con is when the voice actors from cartoons do their little panel. Those are the best panels, period. Yeah. They're so
especially
funny.
The guys from Futurama, because all they do is they riff on each other. And every year they do Star Wars. They do scenes from Star Wars as different characters that they've done, like Futurama characters, Simpsons characters, you name it, because Billy West has done so many characters in animation. And it's the most hilarious thing when they just start changing voices as they're reading lines. And it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. The best moment I had was when who's the guy who does Bender's voice?
I can't remember his name. He's also the guy who was on Animaniacs, who used to Orson Welles.
Yeah. Okay. So in Bender's voice, he sang the Supercharger theme song in San Diego. I have that on video somewhere. It was hilarious. It was great.
Yeah, they were doing Morgan Freeman. Basically, Morgan Freeman off, like who could do a Morgan Freeman better, and so they had the audience decide on that, and it was hilarious. And there was actually a guy there who does voiceovers for Morgan Freeman, who happens to be white, by the way.
Yeah.
John DiMaggio. Thank you, David Hill. Yeah, John DiMaggio. And oh god, it was the funniest thing because they were just talking shit to each other in Morgan Freeman's voice, back and forth. So kind of like a rap battle, but with Morgan Freeman's voice.
There's got to be video of that somewhere.
There is.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people in here now. We got a Brown comic book reader, David Hill, JP, Mary Ashmead, of course, Viking Bitch, Movie Fanobi, Philip A. Demick, the usual crowd. Am I missing somebody?
JP?
Mako. Mako's here. What's
Mako,
up?
Yeah.
And of course, we got the super chat from Movie Fanobi. So there is like zero news today other than you are enjoying your barbecue or you're watching a live stream. The only news that went down over the weekend, I don't know if Dennis heard,
excuse me,
and we're not going to talk about a bunch here because we're not a comic book channel, okay, was the whole Batman wedding fiasco, which has been like nuts. So real quick, Batman and Catwoman were supposed to get married. A bunch of comic shops were going to do midnight openings like tonight or this morning, and had all these events planned and stuff. And you find out in the story, New York Times spoiled the story 2 days ago. New York Times.
Well, actually, it was DC. DC actually.
DC tried to, but nobody paid attention. So they fed it to the New York Times. You're right, Dennis. And oh my God, it caused the biggest crap storm ever. And it cost retailers thousands of dollars, hundreds of customers, across the border collectively. It's been just bad. So I was on a Feisty's live stream last night till like 1 in the morning. So I was up a little late, but that's the only like big news, and it's been talked about a lot. And there's some YouTube drama between YouTubers, but nah.
This whole that whole storyline anyway was kind of stupid to begin with. I know people are saying, oh, it's well written and everything. No, it really wasn't. It's a far cry from what comics used to be, honestly. And the whole thing that sealed it for me was the Joker's wedding gift, supposedly, which was the issue before, which his wedding gift was his death, which was really stupid.
Yeah. The dumbest one is the ending. I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil the ending. It's out there, folks. But dude, okay. How many of you out there actually read the Batman Tom King comic? Some of you might enjoy it, but I won't give you details, but the ending is a very Gossip Girl ending. It's not a Batman comic book ending. Okay. Somebody spreads a rumor and plants the seed of something, some gossipy stuff. And, Catwoman just says, no, I can't do it. Oh my God. And that's it. So yeah, it was bad. And I feel bad for the comic shops. My heart goes out to him. Dennis is a former retailer. Now, you went through the whole Death of Superman thing, so you know what's going on. And I went through similar stuff with Hush and Death of Captain America.
And I tell people this all the time. I'm like, these big events, don't fall for them. Don't go into them because they're just going to disappoint you in the end. They sound cool and everything. And DC is mostly guilty of this. Marvel fairly recently has been guilty of it too. But they build up this whole thing like it's going to change something, and the status quo never changes, and they bring it back again to what it used to be. Yep.
And honestly, it would have been, I have said before, Batman getting married is a ridiculous idea, but if you're going to like commit to the bit, go ahead, do it. It would be different. I don't know how good it'd be, but it'd be different.
Movie for Nobody says, isn't that why you, Dennis, and John started a bunch of Gossip Girls? No. John wanted us to cover that. We said
that's actually pretty accurate. No, we said no. John, that's funny. John did want to cover. Hey, people are into what they're into, and we don't judge that. We fucking love John here, okay? But John likes that kind of TV. He loves Riverdale and all that stuff. And in the beginning, when he was going to podcast like with my wife, that would have been fine. I just now that things are the way they are now, probably wouldn't have worked really well. And that's the conundrum we're in right now. So there's not a ton of good TV, and we're going to try new things for you guys, and we're going to try to cover interesting shows. But and I don't want to sound too stuck up on this, but we want to cover good shows with the exception of Star Trek Discovery, which is fun to make fun of. But we really want to try to cover genre that's good. And it's not there's not a lot of it, like Taboo should be out by now, but it's not. It got delayed. I would love to be covering Taboo. Counterpart was a gift from freaking the TV gods. Legion, the Expanse. With so far this year, it's in the title, so we might as well talk about it. To me, the best 3 shows we've seen this year are not in any order. Are Counterpart, Legion, and the Expanse. Like by far, they were the best TV shows, and they were fun to cover. And a lot of people, question like, oh, if you just love something, can you really talk about it and cover it for a half an hour? It's like, yeah, actually you can, especially with Counterpart, because there's so many like puzzle pieces.
Yeah, there's so many layers to it. And then it also takes you down a rabbit hole too. And again, it's like Mr. Robot. There's so many different layers to it.
Yeah.
That you can lose yourself in talking about it, because you're like, okay, what about this? What about that? Did they allude to this? Did they allude to that? And then when the creators start talking to people on Reddit and things like that and confirming or denying some portions of it, and you're like, oh, okay, so this one is actually true. And it takes you down another rabbit hole. Yeah, it can actually make you talk a long time about it. And again, this goes back to why we started this channel. It's kind of like hanging out in the comic book store and just talking shit about all the stuff that we watched or read and things like that, and enjoy. And we like talking about it. It's kind of like talking around the water cooler back, in the days before that. Great. Oh my God. Thank you, John Bellman. $10. Glad to see Dennis got his cortical fluid shot and got him back to normal. Thank you.
It took a little while to program him. I had to get a new iPad and plug him in. It took a while for a system to reboot because he's not a youngster anymore, but we're very glad to have him back.
I'm running off the old OS.
Yeah, Commodore 64, Dennis. John Bellman, thank you. So you are so generous. You are amazing. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That's what we try to do here. Now we do cover some on the bubble shows, like The Gifted. I think The Gifted is a solid mediocre to good show that could get better because it's got Matt Nix, who did Burn Notice, which we love. So we have a lot of faith in him. I think Fox kind of tempered him down a little bit in season 1. I think, by the way, the promotional posters. And Singer being gone is a big plus.
Brian
and
Singer, Matt Singer.
Yeah, Brian Singer. The promotional posters for season 2 are amazing. They are.
Yeah, the double dover. Yeah, those are actually
that's really cool. So that's coming back September 25th. That's the only solid date we have for any of the shows we cover. We're going to give Castle Rock a shot, which is a Tuesday show on July 25th. We will be absolutely live, if not every day, most every day from Comic-Con. I booked a studio, which is actually just a hotel room down there. So one of the great things about working for Tesla is you get these amazing perks. So I got this hotel pretty damn close to downtown San Diego, not the closest, but close enough. And we get a shuttle ride and everything there for $190 a night. Like last minute too. So I was like, woo, score. So yeah, we're going to actually have quality broadcasts. We're going to do 1 or 2 outside, but they honestly, for our audio listeners, which we do have a lot of audio listeners, those are kind of horrible to listen to be honest with you. So we'll be doing that. But otherwise, we're open to your suggestions. Cloak and Dagger, I don't know how you're feeling about it. The patrons had voted strongly against it. I'm kind of dipping out as it goes on. I tried to give it another chance. I don't know. What do you think, D?
It falls in the realm of CW shows, honestly.
Yeah,
it's in the same league. Even though they have sex, and they have some drug use and whatnot, it falls in the realm of the CW shows, unfortunately.
There's hallways and there's feelings.
Yeah.
And then there's like really weird story things that piss people off, and that's
this whole Roxxon thing is just
I'm so bored of it, to be honest with you. So we haven't decided yet, but what Viking Bitch says, I think maybe for the sake of clicks, I would rather cover old good TV shows that we haven't, either recent or old, or and go down that route. So Dennis and I, and we'll get with the patrons and we'll try to decide what we want to do on Thursday night or whatever. Well, so we're still working it out.
While I was sick, I was doing a little research. So I did come across a show on Netflix, which is geared towards kids, but it's actually pretty good. It kind of falls in our wheelhouse. So we'll talk about that one later. It's called The Hollow on Netflix. And it's actually not bad. I went through the entire series on it, the first season. And it's pretty good, I have to admit.
There you go. I checked out Humans, and I kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It's very Westworld, as a matter of fact. I don't know. I think it came out the same year. Very similar topics, but one's much lighter than the other and very British.
Yeah.
So, I like that. I kind of go for the British thing. So I saw The Hollow, pretty good, says Vasco Zuzus. Hey, you're new. What's up, Vasco? I like that name. Pen Farm Girl. How's it going? Ian Batchelor, the BBC are making a War of the World set in Victorian London. Oh, damn. Yes. That would be awesome. I will cover that. We will cover
That'll be cool.
Sure.
Yes.
That'll be so much fun.
Mako, will you cover the new Matt Groening animated show on Netflix, Disenchanted? Yes, I definitely want to cover that because it looks freaking hilarious. It's basically Matt Groening animation, like The Simpsons kind of stuff, only with swearing, drug use, and set in a medieval time, like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing. And
That's awesome.
it looks really funny.
I'll check it. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do Doctor Who. I'll do something. I don't know if Dennis, of course, can join me if he wants. But it'll be like 9th to 10th Doctor, and we'll get like deep into it because I love that era. And of course, we got Venture Brothers coming back, which that's what I'm the most excited about. I cannot wait for that.
5th.
August 5th. So Dennis and I don't have a ton of time. So this month we're going to be ripping through seasons 1 through 6 and doing our podcasts on that. Not sure if they're just going to be on Patreon or the channel, but some form will be on the channel and some form will be on Patreon. We're actually going to be doing a lot more Patreon stuff too, because I learned it and it's kind of cool.
So just for those of you at home that are playing, if you talk about Venture Brothers, as you can see my shirt here, the Guild of Calamitous Intent.
Guild of Calamitous Intent.
Yes, I am a member.
Yes. I saw that trailer. Oh, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it got me to the point where I'm like, I got to pop in season 6 again and watch that again.
Yeah, it's God. How long is it? It feels like it's been years.
2 years.
It probably hasn't
2
been.
years,
But
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single episode of Doctor Who, and I feel overwhelmed when I think about getting into Doctor Who. Says John Bellman. And that, you know what? That's exactly how people feel about comic books and the big problem comic books have. The best place to start with Doctor Who. Some old Doctor Who fans will cringe when they hear me say this, but is the new stuff. You jump in at the 9th Doctor. The Russell T Davies era is the best in my opinion. So yeah, just jump in at the 9th Doctor, and if you like it beyond that, then you can head back. Some of the newer stuff. Yeah, Peter Capaldi was a great Doctor with bad writing, unfortunately. But yeah, that was such a sad state of affairs.
Philip A. Demick says, are we really doing 2 days of 12 Monkeys? Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're going to make it happen. We're going to have to, because like one podcast for 12 Monkeys would not even cover it.
And honestly, I really, really like this season. This season's been really awesome.
Yeah. So what I need to do is I need to like really rewatch the first part of season 3, and then I'll feel up to speed. And I'm going to do that today. So yeah, just keep an eye on the schedule because I don't know for sure. The reason we're late, like I said before, is, I mean, this is not to blame her. Mrs. Nerdrotic is the best ever, but she handed me some pancakes right when we're going to start. So she cares not about our schedule at all. And we're going to go some parade. My son's back there. My oldest son, which you know what sucks is I'm not worried that my oldest son is at our house partying. I kind of wish he was. He's like, no, I'm just gonna have a couple friends over. We're gonna play League of Legends. I'm like, dork, nerd. Come on, kid, have a party. Break some shit. Just stay out of my room. Yes, 12 months is great.
It's freaking awesome, especially this season. I can't say anything else because I'm just gonna start talking.
Yeah. No, it's a show that it's kind of like BSG, where man, I wish we could get more, but I really like how it's ending. So, but damn, sci-fi mistreated another show. This show
totally
does not get promoted enough. And I know some people are into it. It's nothing like the movie. Okay, it's got a label of the movie. It's still good.
It wasn't supposed to be based on the movie. It was supposed to be its own show. And they're like, you know what? We got this property. We want to shoehorn it in. And so they're like, all right, fine. We'll put it in with this. And they mashed them together and they made it work.
So well.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the creator on that show, but I'll kind of follow whatever that guy does, or girl, whoever it is.
There's two guys that are doing this. And he was the guy who did Sarah Connor Chronicles. For Fox.
Okay, yeah, honestly,
awesome.
Right up there with Firefly, with a show that should not have been canceled. I loved that show so much,
especially the way they took out Reese's brother. So Kyle Reese, his brother, is comes in on that series, and they kill him off in the most nonchalant way, to the point where, I mean, I had on my DVR and I was like, did he just get? And I rewound it and I'm like, holy shit, he just got a headshot from a Terminator running through a house.
It was random.
It was just random. And this is the main character. And I was like, holy shit.
It's shocking. It was shocking deaths, and you keep waiting for. Oh, they'll bring him back. It's a time thing, and no. Doug, what's up, Doug? Every time I hear pancakes, I think of that dumb scene in Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever.
Will you cover Firefly season 2 when it comes out? In an alternate universe, we already have.
Yeah. Yes. Love Pot. Who knows? They might give it. Why not get them back together? They're coming out with a comic. That's good. That's like the origin, like the real origin story or something like that. So
I was going to be bad and say they're going to need a shovel enough if they want to get the entire cast and crew back together again. But yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. We can't. I would love a Firefly. If you're going to be dredging up old shows and bringing the original cast back together with the original creator, yes, Firefly. I honestly don't know why they haven't done it by now. I think they were waiting for Joss Whedon. This is going to sound bad, folks. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance for Joss Whedon to fall enough to fall back to TV. But I don't think it's falling back to TV anymore. I think TV is where you go for the best stuff.
Yeah. And movie Fanobi, I agree. Con Man is awesome. It's so good. I'm can't wait for season 2 to come out here.
Con Man's really good.
Yeah, Con Man just is hilarious. And so kind of on the money too. That stuff, man. It's just wrong, but it's funny at the same time.
Where can movie Fanobi watch earlier 12 Monkeys? We have DirecTV Now. I don't think it's on Sling. Maybe it's Amazon Prime. I'm not sure.
I think it's Amazon Prime. Yeah. Oh no, I take that back. It's not Amazon Prime. I want to say it's Hulu now.
Oh yeah, Hulu. That's right. It's
Hulu.
Before it gets fully taken over by Disney and ruined.
Yeah, I remember that. Official Dougie J says, I don't remember Night Visions hosted by Henry Rollins. I do remember that show.
Oh, yes.
That was such a shitty show. I'm sorry. But at the same time, the thing that brought me into it was Henry Rollins.
It was Henry. You wait for Henry to do the hosting, you know?
He was like the Crypt Keeper, only like a lot more sassy.
Yes. Henry's a weird dude. He's a weird guy. But I love him. Doug and I have been multiple spoken words and shows with that guy. We have a shared love of Henry. He said, yeah, it sucked.
I do remember. Yeah, I remember going, wow, this show really sucks, but I want to see what Henry's going to say next. Movie for Nobby says, I think Josh still needs a job. It was weird seeing him at Ant-Man and Wasp premiere. I thought he was banished. He also got whipped creamed for charity on Felicia Day Twitch. Felicia Day still out there? Sorry.
Well, she left one. She left some. Oh my God! It was a YouTube channel or something like that. They created it right after she left. She's still got a following. I can't remember what the YouTube channel is. Yeah, but I mean, that whole crew. I think Josh still needs a job. It was. Oh, you read that. I'm an idiot. Okay, so I'm all for Josh getting something new. He's not burned out of ideas, says Movie Fanobi. I agree. I think he just needed this in his career. Maybe it's a relief for him. I mean, like, we're not going to judge the man out here. He was a producer and a director in Hollywood, and they do things and they cheat on wives, and it happens. That's not it's terrible, but as far as Hollywood standards, it's just kind of a thing. It sucks that it happened. And, as long as he's humble about it and cool, we move on, we forgive people, and let's see some good stories. Let's not be, we see all this internet arguing and tons of people just being super judgmental. I'm guilty of it, where everybody's guilty of it. Okay. But, seriously, we're still a forgiving nation. I was talking about that in the stream last night. If Marvel and DC just came out to their fans and said, we kind of fucked up, we're sorry, we'll do better next time, the majority of your fans would be cool and come back. Okay, the ones that count. All right, the normies that buy stuff would just go, okay, that's great, thanks, thanks for saying sorry. It's really that simple. It's so hard for people to do that though, because we are a forgiving people, and we love redemption stories too, unless you've done something completely irredeemable. Okay, there are levels to that, but I don't know. I think Josh cheating on his wife, it sucked. He was not cool about it. And
yeah, he didn't go Bryan Singer levels. So
no, he did not go Bryan Singer levels. And I was surprised to still see his name. I think it was an accident. Somebody attached his name to The Gifted for season 2, and I'm like, no, he's not. He doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, he's done with that. Mako, just to correct you on something there about the Firefly, the new comic series is coming out as a prequel. So it's how Mal and now I can't remember her name now. All of a sudden, who's his second in command?
His second in command. I can't remember it either.
I can't remember her name, but that's how they met in the war. So that's how that's coming about. And I did love Doug's idea that someone should compile all of Rollins' Night Visions intros together.
That's a great idea. Okay, so if some editor is sick someday, like you're sick at home and you're really bored, go on YouTube and just compile all of his intros, and that would be more entertaining than the entirety of the show.
Yeah. And
is there a genie in the bottle behind me? Yes, David Hill. There's a genie in a bottle.
It's actually Sausalito, so there's a lot of hippies that made those things behind.
Okay, I'm telling you. Okay. I am in the gayest gay boy's house of all time. Like he's level 12 gay. He's a close friend of ours. Love him to death. Seriously, one of the most handsome men in the world, and makes women weep when they find out he's gay. But yeah, he's really gay.
Viking Bitch, the bizarre movie. Guy. The bizarre movie that Henry Rollins was in, when he died, something like that is what she was trying to say. Do you have to be a little more specific? I remember Henry, was it Johnny Mnemonic that he was in? He was the doctor in that one.
Well, yeah, what movies? He was in like a Michael Bay movie. Wasn't he in Bad Boys or something like that too?
He might have been. He plays
with that one.
Parts here and there.
Yeah. I'm surprised maybe he's just not very level 12 gay. That's funny. One level left for an extra life, says Mako. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, he shines. He like has an aura. He is fabulous, and we love him. Yeah, I'm surprised Rollins wasn't in more movies. I guess he just can't act. Because he was hot for a long time. Like he was one of the hottest properties out there. Is he almost? I don't know about the Timothy Leary, but who's the spokesman of the '60s? I don't know. One of those.
It was Leary.
Yeah. So like for us, for our generation, it was Henry Rollins. He's the spokesman of Gen X, like it or not. I personally like it.
Grady Broyle says, meaning if DC and Marvel lose enough goodwill that their stock prices and reputation, shouldn't any other publisher at least try to exploit the opportunity to take the lead biz model wise? The thing is it's such a small market right now. People have, and we've talked about this before, people have a lot of other things vying for their attention, and comics kind of lost it a while back. They lost their foothold because they were busy trying to do all these multiple covers and bullshit like that, where people just don't look at it as, that viable of a place to go to anymore. And it's kind of a shame because it's a really good medium. I put it up there with TV, movies, books, all that kind of stuff of getting your stuff out there. Steve Niles, creator of 30 Days a Night, the vampire thing. I actually talked to him years back. He was sitting by himself at a con when 30 Days a Night came out, and talked to him for like half an hour. And he originally got into comics because he was trying to write scripts for movies. And he came up with a script, Dial M for Monster, which is Cal McDonald. Awesome book, by the way.
Great book.
Yeah. And he couldn't sell it. He couldn't sell the scripts. He wrote it as a novel, couldn't sell the novel. So he went to comics, and comics said, yeah, we want this. And that's how he came into it.
Yeah. Grady, that's a great question. And Dennis basically answered it. There's nobody wants to compete. Now, the publisher that was in the best, would have been if they didn't. So Image would have been the best company to do that. They actually have a very large cast of superheroes and characters that compete with Marvel and DC. Problem is, they started out as creator owned, so they don't own any of that stuff because Image, you know how big of a company Image would be right now if they had just decided to own their characters? I mean, you know, that would change them fundamentally, I know, but even some of them, okay, they would be in the game right now, but they're not. And it comes down to how they're distributed. I don't want to bore you with all that stuff, but the thing is, Marvel and DC are the only games in town. There will be no publisher that can compete with them ever at any level because there's no desire to do it, which sucks because it's to me, it's the best medium. I love it to death. You can, it's the peanut butter cup of art. Okay. You got art and writing and they ran into each other and they made a comic book and it's perfect. And it's storyboards laid out for you. It's, you know, most comic books nowadays that aren't superhero are scripts that didn't get pitched right or picked up or something, and then they end up sometimes getting made into movies. I was in Artist Alley 10 years ago when they were trolling Artist Alley, and they being Hollywood, picking up scripts, just optioning them, like throwing out $5,000 here, $10,000 here, and like it was a gold mine for a couple of years there when Hollywood thought like every script was gold. They figured it out pretty quick that some of these guys are just indie comic makers. But hey, and also the with publishers, you hear like IDW and Antarctic Press and stuff. Those are side jobs. The people who own those companies actually have day jobs. They do other things, and these publishers are like hobby jobs. So a lot of the publishers out there aren't full-time gigs. They're staffed by 10 or 11 people, and it's like some trust fund guy or some guy who really loves comics who has a lot of money or has made a lot of money and has decided to make his own publisher. IDW's been able to finagle property rights like Hasbro and stuff like that to survive, but they're bleeding money. So they're not going to be around much longer. What's up, Marks? How's it going? So yeah, it sucks. It sucks what comics is in right now, but there's still plenty of old stuff. Even if you're not in the new stuff, there's no way any human could read all of the old comics that are out there that are so good. You can spend the rest of your life doing that. So there's plenty out there.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the new DC Universe, that streaming service that they're going to be doing, Titans and a couple other different shows that they're going to have on their Swamp Thing and whatnot. For the subscription service of that, you also get access to the entire DC library of comics digitally online.
That's brilliant.
Which I thought was actually kind of cool. That's a good way of doing it.
What was it? I Love Comics was talking about. What they did is there's a lot of stuff that's already out there, but what the DC Universe did was consolidate it in the one place, and then they're going to give you all of their TV shows, and eventually, once contracts run out with Netflix and CW, you're going to get all of those shows there. It's going to be one place, and that's the future. And the fact that DC, before Warner Brothers, before Fox, before Disney and before Marvel was the first one to get here with the streaming service is pretty incredible. Now we got to see how it works. Something we've brought up with streaming services. I just jumped on to DirecTV Now. Dennis recommended that, and it does have the biggest library, but it's got the jankiest, worst streaming I've ever seen. Yeah. It's terrible. Like shows cut out all the time in the middle, and that's a big deal. You're gonna have to compete with Netflix, where I can be on a wireless connection that's so and still get a beautiful 4K picture on my computer. And like I don't know how you compete with that. That's screw your library. If you can't show your library, you're in trouble. So the DirecTV Now, they got some bugs to work out, but it is kind of a good deal if you get in early. Because before that I was subscribed to like 5 different things to cover stuff for this channel. So I'm saving some money. And you get multiple screens, so you can share them with people and stuff. So the DC thing looks, I'm so excited for it. Oh my god, I can't. They do the Swamp Thing show right. Oh, please do the Swamp Thing show right. And the Doom Patrol. Love the Doom Patrol.
Yes, Doom Patrol is going to be awesome. They just said who they're going to be hiring, or who they're courting for the Old Man, and I blanked on it.
Who they were going to get to play him? Oh my god, I'm blanking on it too. It was a big actor.
It was a big actor, yeah. And we'll report it when we see it, because they're still in talks. So it's just that they want him.
Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up. I could.
And I know they want. Yeah, it is Berlante. Definitely, he is producing all these things. But remember, he's just producing these. Love Pond.
It's Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey
That's right.
Grammer. There we go. That's what it was.
I am so down with that. Yeah, Berlanti. Hopefully, it's like he's spread so thin that it's just his name on it.
That's all it is. Because James Wan is doing Swamp Thing. He's producing Swamp Thing, I should say. He's not directing any of it. They're just producing it. That's all it is. They're just having their names attached as producers. And quite honestly, they don't have anything in the day-to-day going on any of these things. There's no way
any human can like do 14 TV shows. That tells you what little that guy does. And honestly, the guy who did most of the creative stuff for CW and why it's taken a downturn got caught up in the Me Too stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since he's been gone, it's been kind of wonky. So
yeah. And Grady Broyles, excuse me, says it's not like a regular book. Just that's just words. Who cares if it's digital only? But a comic book. Now that's a piece of print art, a thing to collect and own. Yeah. There's a great scene in Unbreakable. Great movie, by the way, where Samuel L. Jackson goes off about, and it's obsessive, but it's also correct in the way he says this thing about what comic book art is. And I highly encourage you to go back, and because I'm not going to do it justice, go back and watch it if you get a chance.
Yeah, it's the whole scene where the guy was going to buy a picture for it and put it on his kid's room, and he's like, "You are not going to sell that to a kid," and he refused the sale.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
Yeah,
have kids. Yeah, that's Unbreakable is a beautiful movie. I don't care what anybody says, and I cannot wait for Glass.
I can't wait for Glass either. Glass looks awesome, especially that poster. Did you see the poster that came out?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You want to talk about a redemption tale? M. Night.
Yeah,
he his head got a little big. He went crushing down, and he's learned some humility. And all of a sudden, he's like making good stuff now. So
he went and did Split, and Split is in the same world as Unbreakable, and it's awesome. He did a really good job on that one, and now we have Glass that ties those two together.
Oh, that's interesting. He was Movie Fanobi says that Dennis. We can look this one up. News tidbit, but you could look this up real quick. I heard Netflix passed cable and subscribers or viewership or something. Clear sign of unplugging and streaming gaining steam over traction. Yeah, you know what? Netflix's value. I know I've said this before. Is more than Comcast and Disney and Fox combined. That tells you everything you need to know. Apple is falling way behind on that, by the way. Yeah, it's nuts. The Netflix and Amazon are going to destroy. I don't know how good that is.
John Bellman says, "What did you guys think of Split?" Split was okay. I didn't really. I mean, it was okay. Like I said, up until the end, when I saw that it was in that world, I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay, now I see where this is coming from, and I loved it after that.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm going to own. I'm not going to go out and buy it. I didn't think it was that good. Unbreakable is still just such a better movie, and I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen with Glass.
I love James McAvoy. That's a tough one. It's like Rogue One. I like Rogue One. I like Star Wars Rogue One. I do. You take that Darth Vader scene out, I'm not sure how much I like Rogue One. So I think it's the same thing. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. And I was so down on M. Night, but Dennis said, "Oh no, it happens in the Unbreakable world," so I had to see it, and yeah, it's good. It's good. I think it's a good setup for Glass. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, and yes, Vosko Zuzu's. It is a movie on Glass, the character from that Unbreakable movie, but it's going to be tying in Split and Unbreakable together finally, and it looks awesome. That's all. Just the premise alone. Grady Broyles, he says, I also am a former printer. I worked for Frank Kozik, so I value print art. Nice.
Yes. I actually I printed for a little while too. I've done way too many things. I did that. I was in a bindery though. I was more of a bindery guy.
I could see that. See what I did there?
Google TV is full of basic cable package, and it runs in a browser. Screw cable. This is Grady, right? Yeah, it was tough to give DirecTV money, but cable is just stupid expensive, and I don't get why
Yeah.
cable companies can't understand how far stuck in the past they are, how uncompetitive they are. It's amazing how stupid their execs seem to be. Yeah, it reminds you of Blockbuster. I mean, that might even be a term. They're blockbustering right now. Like Blockbuster was a huge, huge company until it wasn't. Until the minute it wasn't. And that's what's happening with the cable companies. And they just don't. You know, what's funny is Netflix took out Blockbuster and it's going to take out cable.
Yeah.
And it could take out Hollywood. Let's not think that's not going to happen.
Well, that's the reason why they were trying to buy. Remember, they were trying to buy a movie theater chain for a while there.
Yep.
So, because they got pissed off, they're like, okay, we're having all these movies that we're creating, and they're getting a lot of accolades, but they're not being eligible for awards because they're coming out on Netflix. So they were trying to buy movie. Who were they trying to buy? It was like Landmark Theaters, who they were trying to buy, so that they could actually show their movies in the theaters first, so they can get Academy Award nomination consideration, and then bring it on Netflix like a day later.
I'll say every major city has an old rundown theater that's shut down. Just buy those and renovate them. Call them Netflix theaters, and you can run your shows in there. You could do Marvel events. They have the money. They really do.
They're getting another like $12.5 billion too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it's not like they're not swimming in money at the moment.
What is it? Okay, so money, Netflix. I wish they would keep some higher standards. They have so much as opposed to less content, but must see. Sorry, NBC. Yeah, they're throwing so much out there. It's like hard to keep up with, to be honest with you. And it seems disposable. And I had to look really hard, because I was like, oh, maybe there's some Netflix stuff we can cover over the summer. And there's a couple things we're gonna take a look at. But it's tough to find. And they're really weird with their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't announce stuff until it's really close.
Yeah.
Like what Daredevil season 3, like I mean, at con, we're gonna know when all of our shows are coming out, and Daredevil season 3, I think Daredevil season 3 is gonna be September. I can't wait.
Yeah, the whole thing with Marvel not showing up at Comic-Con again is gonna hurt them, just like it did a couple of years ago when they did this. Especially when you have Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is opening on Friday, coming out so close to Comic-Con. Why not, just feed off of that a little bit? You could actually have your entire booth running around Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Infinity War, all that kind of stuff. Yet they're not going to have any presence now at Comic-Con because Disney, in their infinite wisdom, if you want to call it that, is doing D23. That's where they're going to show all the Marvel stuff at again. And no one goes to D23 except for the press. Yes, you do have some really hardcore Disney fans that go, and they go, oh, well, that was okay, but I just spent a lot of money for nothing.
Yeah, because all D23 is basically Hall H. That's all it is. It's not the booze. It's not the cos. I guess there is some cosplaying there, but it's not the event. It doesn't have the retailers there, and it's in Anaheim. You're right across the street from Disneyland, which is your own competition. So good luck trying that. They're not going to be missed. DC is being smart, and they're going heavy on this. They're taking advantage of the opportunity. So
they're like, oh yeah, we have a new streaming service with 3 new shows, and there's no Marvel here. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to go heavy on the content.
Hey, and that opens up for like Good Omens to be in Ballroom 20 and not in Room 6H. Like Mr. Robot was in Room 6H because there was all this Marvel stuff going on. And honestly, you know what? Folks, I like the MCU. It's great. I would much rather see David Tennant talk about Good Omens. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, Grady Royal says Amazon too. Yeah, Amazon's going to have a big presence there as well.
Yep.
They have been
I
the
didn't
last
think
couple of
about it.
years.
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
They're going to have Ballroom 20. So they're going to have Good Omens there. What I didn't see is I'm sure they're going to talk about The Boys. I'm sure they're going to talk about Expanse. So I think they have it booked out for a day or something. I mean, like they could take Ballroom 20 all damn day. It could be just Amazon. I'd be fine with that, by the way. And I'll camp in there.
Movie for Nobby says, "Have you seen the downfall of Movie Pass? I wonder if they will fold when they will fold. The stock price of the parent is down from $38 to 25 cents. Excuse me, and burning through 40 million a month. Not sustainable as streaming. Yeah, I'm actually a member of Movie Pass, and I don't care. It's $10 a month, and I can see a movie a day if I want to.
Hey, buy
I'm gonna
Persian
ride it.
Scribe. No, yeah, I hear you. Buy Persian Scribe. Thanks for popping in. Yeah.
See a Persian
Okay. So
Scribe.
Movie Pass, the movie theaters were idiots for not jumping in on Movie Pass and just becoming a part of it. And again, this is like we're stuck in the old model. Listen. There's a theater near me called the Century 20. Okay,
Yep.
It's in Daly City, and it is massive. It's a giant building. It's 3 floors. It's got 20 theaters, and they're all big. Maybe a couple aren't, but I mean, big theaters. And this is unsustainable. I'm not kidding. They staff 6 people in this place. Like even on the busiest nights, there's like 6 people. There's 2 in the concessions downstairs. They don't open the concession upstairs anymore. There's 2 people cleaning, and there's a manager, standing around telling the 4 people what to do. And and a security guard who's like doesn't work for the theater. And that's it. Especially after like what's happened in movie theaters, you think there might be more security, but yeah, it's unsustainable. It's awesome. It's great. I love being in the Barca loungers with all the sound effects and stuff like that. But dude, I take my family, and it's $100 now. I remember I was complaining when it was 50. Now it's 100. Now it's like, with food, parking, and tickets, it's $100. I'd rather stay home.
Nigel Brote Savage says, "Are independent cinemas still a thing in the US? The ones in the UK tend to be chains." They're chains here as well. Like we were just talking about, Landmark Cinemas tends to show more of the art house kind of films. There's what we have here down in San Diego called the Ken Cinemas, which are really, really independent. These are the ones that show the really weird art house stuff that never makes it out more than 5 theaters, I think is what it is.
The Ken is where I saw Rocky Horror for the first time. And my wife and I went on our first date. Yeah, I know the Ken. There's as the Landmark. There is a couple in San Francisco that are privately owned, like the Balboa here in San Francisco is privately owned. And those are the ones you need to support. And there's actually a way to support those theaters here somehow. I forgot what it is, but San Francisco is never going. Oh, there's the Castro. Of course, there's a Castro, which is an amazing theater. I mean, it's unbelievable. They do the Noir Film Festival there every year. Cannot recommend that enough. That is a reason to come to San Francisco and see the Noir Film Festival. You can see Eddie Muller, the guy who was on that. I think is it AMC? He's on the TV show now. He does wine and movies or something like that. The guy that's a friend of mine, and he runs the Noir Film Festival, and it's pretty badass. As a matter of fact, I will be podcasting about it. It's February, so it's going to be a while. But
yeah, the Castro Theater, I actually saw Black Dynamite there with the movie producers and director. So I actually got to meet Michael Jai White and the guy who plays Foghorn in there. They were both there. So it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, they do a lot of that stuff there. It's
I saw Better Off Dead, the 25th anniversary there with the original. So the director, a couple of the cast members. Curtis Armstrong was supposed to show up, but he got too big for his britches and decided to cancel at the last minute. So forget him.
Yeah.
But stuff like that. That's what I actually kind of like about that. Movie Fanobi says, "Funny, Dennis, I signed up for AMC A-list because there are around 4 around me and family locations, and you get IMAX, Dolby, etc. I don't care for 3D, plus $5 Tuesday discounts. For me, it works, not everyone." Yeah, I have a theater that's literally half a mile away from me that my Movie Pass works on, and it's in the mall, so I can actually go and see whatever I want. It's got like it has 18 cinemas in it. So that's easy for me to go in. And plus, there's also other locations all around San Diego here that I can go to.
Yeah. I have
Excuse me.
time to go to movies.
Yeah, I haven't. I see
I'm
maybe
running a
about
channel.
2 a month in the theater if I'm lucky.
Yeah. I'm trying to say, I was looking up to see if we have any news on our wonderful Counterpart show, like other than it's filming. And James Cromwell is part of the cast.
What was this for again?
Counterpart. I was looking for some
Counterpart,
Counterpart news.
right.
And it's currently filming. Yeah, I mean, like they're
Yeah.
pretty much almost done. They're gonna. I mean, I can't see this being like heavily CG'd or anything.
No.
There is some chat we got to get to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mako says, I only watched Last Jedi naked. Can't take that kind of masterpiece fully clothed.
Okay.
I only watch Last Jedi while blinded and having earphones, like, headphones on where I can't hear anything. Because that's about the only way I can take it.
I save it for house guests I don't like. It's in the guest room. Grady Boyle says, "Oh, Gary, do you know about George Lucas's secret theater? He personally funded and oversaw the construction of it. It's digital projection and sound. It's a single auditorium. I have heard something about that. It's not the Dolby one, because there's the Dolby Theater down in San Francisco. They do a bunch of premieres in that's pretty amazing. But yeah, I don't know where that is. Maybe it's in the Presidio or something, or is it on Lucas Ranch? I've heard rumors about it, but I don't know for sure.
Huh. That's an interesting.
Yeah, because I've been to Lucas Ranch. I didn't see a theater there. I saw where they did a bunch of soundtracks. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, the theater is in the back end of.
Oh yeah, I went to a theater. Yeah, there was a theater there. Yeah. Maybe that's it.
That's the theater. Yes,
that's the theater. Yeah, I was in the theater, and the sound is crazy, but we didn't get to hear anything. But the acoustics, the girl who took me and John through, just started yelling from each part. The acoustics in there are amazing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Skywalker Ranch.
Yep.
Just cheese brain.
Yeah, actually, the theater that I really like going to down here is ArcLight, is what it's called, because they actually have a Dolby Atmos theater with a widescreen, curved screen, so they can show like 70 millimeter prints and all that kind of stuff. With the 70 speaker surround sound, it's really kind of crazy, and I save those for the big events.
Yeah, like Ant-Man.
Yeah, because I'm probably they're actually not showing Ant-Man and the Wasp there. I was very disappointed that they're not showing it there.
What?
Yeah, every now and then they miss a Marvel movie. They don't get it for some reason, and it kind of pissed me off.
Probably get strong-armed like they did with Last Jedi, which is bad. The best part of the TV was like $400 and it's Quits, the good brand. That's 4 times going to a cinema with the family here, right? Yeah. If I skip a couple movies, I can that's 6 months of a subscription service or something. And plus I really do make an effort, and I know Dennis does too. We like to support the small businesses, so I'll go out of my way to go, like there's the Empire in West Portal. That's where I see pretty much all my movies, and it's just a little theater chain in West Portal in San Francisco. And yeah, it's not the best theater in the world, but it's it helps the community out. I like I help with small businesses.
Oh, Grady Broyle says no, it's the one in Corte Madera is what he says. The secret Lucas Theater. I think I know which one you're talking about. It's in a kind of like a hoity-toity kind of mall. And
well, there's the one with the Tesla dealership in it.
Yes, I think that's the one.
I didn't know there was a theater there. I'll go check it out.
I think there is like a small theater in there. If I remember,
I am like 2 miles away from it.
Excuse me.
So yeah, it's 2 miles that way. I'll check it out. Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. I did not know that.
Viking bitch says braless is my equivalent of pantless.
Okay.
They're having a whole talk about braless versus pantless thing. So
I wouldn't know what it's like. I'm braless all the time. So, not all the time, just, special occasions.
Only when I run is when I wear my bra. So,
yeah.
So I'm pretty much braless all the time.
all the except when you're running from something. Speaking of running, that's one thing that the San Diego Comic-Con miss, and we understand why it missed it. But they, I don't know if you guys heard, but they used to do the zombie run.
The zombie run, yeah.
The zombie run. So you would pay $150, and it's like a 5K run, and they get hundreds of people. And this is sponsored by AMC and Walking Dead at the time, and they get zombie makeup on, and it is good zombie makeup. And then you run through Petco Park, which is the baseball stadium where this the AAA Padres play. I don't think they're in the major leagues anymore. And
they still are.
You run around the stadium, and the zombies come at you, and there's like a way they kill you or so like that. So they did that for 3 years without a hitch, no problem. Like it was amazing. And then tragedy, like the worst. I don't even want to repeat. It's so bad what happened. So a guy who was driving, or a girl, I can't remember, Dennis, who was deaf.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Saw all the zombies coming up to them and freaked out and hit the gas and ended up getting somebody killed, and that ended it right there. And there was that rash of deaths at Comic-Con for like 3 years in a row. Somebody had died. And they finally this year are closing down, Harbor Boulevard in front, which they've needed to do for years and years. But it's kind of suck. I mean, like, listen, I'm sorry somebody died, but I that's something I really wish I would have taken part in, and I didn't. I kept on saying I'm gonna do it, and then it's like, oh my god, you got to wait in line, and
yeah, you have roughly 150,000 people in that area, and it's an area that's probably about I don't know, what would you say, like a quarter square mile?
Yeah. I did trim my beard, movie Finobi. It is trimmed. It's not fully trimmed, but we cleaned it up a little bit. Thank you, Viking Bitch. Sorry to interrupt you, Dennis.
That's okay. So yeah, it's like 150,000 people in about a quarter square mile.
Yeah. Well, it's the head count at Comic-Con is always 125,000, but double that. It's a 250,000. Well, no, then there's the outside people now, which I think is easily, it's another 100K. So I think you're right.
So at any one time you have all these people around there, because you also have people coming in just to take a look, to looky-loos, if you will, to see what's going on. And it just gets kind of crazy down there. Really does.
It gets nuts. It's I mean, I've never been to Mardi Gras. I can't. That's probably the biggest street party in the country. I know there's crazier ones. Okay, I'm going to equate it to Pride. It's like Pride in San Francisco or the Chinese New Year is nuts. It's getting that nuts. It's absolutely getting that nuts. It's full on nerdy gras now. And it's almost all this outgrowing San Diego stuff. It will not work anywhere else. I can promise you that. They can move it to wherever they want. They can do the touring thing they were talking about, and it'll never work. San Diego is very specifically set up for it. It's a special place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, San Diego in the summertime, there really is no better place to be. It's brilliant there. I think it'll stay. I think it's going to stay.
I think so
they're gonna extend the con. I mean, the San Diego's taken enough hits. They lost their football team, which is probably a good thing.
Sorry, I laughed at Movie Finobi. Says, I noticed in the last few weeks the Nerdrotic calendar has lost traction. You now only have 6 months to prepare for 2019, fellows. So get on it.
It is not. It has lost traction in the chat, but the calendar is an idea we've actually given a lot of thought to. I've talked to the wife, and we have 6 months. So that means we'll start working on it in October. But no,
November 30th.
We're going to have something for you. And the t-shirts will be, you're going to see, I mean, listen, they're what you think they're going to look like, and they will be unveiled tomorrow. T-shirts. So I was up while I was chatting with Feisty Fan. I was working on the t-shirts, and it took me all of 30 seconds to make it. But it does. Yeah, it's going to be the Nerdrotic logo, and on the back it says we do it long and live, or live and long. I'm sorry, we do it live and long. Thanks, Viking Bitch. But yes, we are going to get on the calendar. That's going to be part of a thing that I think it's a fun idea. I think it's a really fun idea.
Mako says, hit the gym. I want to see those Nerdrotic muscles. No, you're going to see us all in flabby glory. Dakota Stanton, thank you.
Speak for
$5.
yourself there, buddy. No, I'm just kidding.
Just woke up. What's the news? The news is there is no news.
You, Dakota. Everybody's still mad about Batman, and it's 4th of July. Nobody really cares what's going on. No, there's like, what was the only news you saw today?
The only news I saw today was that Jeremy Renner is supposedly in talks to play Twitch in the reboot of Spawn, the one that McFarlane's doing for like 50 cents.
Yeah. I'd like to see somebody get a video out of that. Oh, Comic Book Cast 2 will probably do it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to be there at Comic-Con. That'd be kind of funny.
Comic Book Cast 2 or Jeremy Renner?
Not Jeremy Renner, McFarlane, trying to pump up interest.
Oh, he'll be there. He's always there. Like, he walks the floor. I fucking love Todd McFarlane. What's up, Dalton Mortimer? San Diego is Nerdvana or Nerd Mecca. Yeah, either one. Nerdvana or Nerd Mecca.
It is.
It's
just during Comic-Con.
I wish everybody could go once. I mean, a lot of people talk shit about it, and it deserved it. It's gotten like too crowded. It's not as fun as it used to be. But if you love like, go once. It really is worth going once. Highly recommend it. Just be clever with the hotels. Okay, don't feel like you need to get a hotel right next to it, because those cost thousands of dollars. San Diego is a huge place. It's very accessible. You can go up north for 10 miles and get a hotel for 150, 200 bucks a night. And on the beach, you can be on the beach, and it'd be cheaper than one of those downtown hotels.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go on.
No, I was going to answer Movie for Nobody's question. The library behind me, I don't know if it's from the Forge. I ended up just picking this at random off the internet. So,
say something so I can see it.
Oh, here you go. That's my library behind me. There you go. How's that look?
I was thinking it kind of looked like Silence in the Library, but it just looks like a library. Be like Sherlock Holmes's library or something.
How about the next time there's a big sci-fi opening at the Century, Lucas's Theater, and have a Nerdrotic meetup field trip, is what Grady Broyles.
Hell yeah. That sounds great. That sounds absolutely great. What's coming out later it's too close to Ant-Man. I've already got tickets, but anything after that we can do. Let's do it.
Penn Farm Girl says gave us $5. Thank you. That better not be a tease. Can't wait.
It will not be a tease. I've been I got to hurry up on this because I want Dennis and I to be wearing them at Comic-Con and showing them off, and then we can mail them out to the because that's a promise to the patrons that we're going to mail you out one.
Make sure mine's in a midriff cut, because it
is.
All right.
I got some special Nerdrotic underwear for you too.
Sweet.
Erotic Nerdrotic wear.
Oh wow, yeah. Excuse me. So going back through some of the chat here.
For the passionate nerd. Wow. Mako avocado. Yes. I did not have some with breakfast this morning, but I will have some with lunch. Had one on my burger last night.
Nigel Brote Savage says, "Hey cosplayers, you're a weird bunch." Says, and then in parentheses says, owning 2 Soviet era uniforms, body armor, helmet, etc., from the old Soviet military.
That's awesome. Oh my God, did you see that article in the Union Tribune? I mean, it was just clickbait. Okay, so it was nothing about like the whole I mean, I don't want to go down the political road on this. It was just funny. It was like the whole cosplayers not consent, male gaze thing. And then the picture they showed was just all these really beautiful women and like really, the whole, you just go to the article. I don't want to get it. It's ridiculous. It's funny. It was basically saying like San Diego has not done enough about those roving band of harassers that run around that I have apparently missed in the 37 years that I've gone there. But I'm glad they've taken care of the roving band of harassers that are running around. That stuff doesn't go down there. Okay, all this Comics Gate, whatever the hell's going on in comics. When we get down to Comic-Con, I guarantee you I will not hear a word of it from anybody. It's not going to be talked about. I think it's like it'll be interesting to hear if it's happening down there. That means it'll be big. I don't think, it'll be interesting. I'm going to be talking to a lot of people about that stuff and to see how big it really is.
There are some creepy people at con that do,
of course,
that groping and shit like that, but there are not roving bands of people that are doing that. This is just, let's face it, you have a good percentage of the community that are pervs, but that's really what it is. And yes, they do get into that kind of shit. Excuse me. With that said, usually most of the people that are dressed scantily or whatever, if you will, or are, cosplaying and stuff like that, have people that are with them now.
Yeah.
To kind of stop that kind of shit, because it has happened.
Well, the whole point of making is like the comic community, don't worry, the group of us, whatever we are, we have a shared love of something, has always been very welcoming. I mean, I've seen 2 fights there in 37 years, 2.
Yeah.
And one of them was a security guard. The third one was always me and a security guard. But that was funny. It's a really just, everybody's having a genuine good time. I don't see a lot of people stressing out down there. Yes, there are. It's with any group. When you have 100,000 people together, there's going to be that guy going, oh, look at that costume. Yeah, there's going to be one of them. That's fine. I remember the times where people would drive by on Harbor Boulevard and like be yelling like nerds and like straight up out of the movies and shit. And that stuff doesn't happen. Now those people go to con.
Yeah.
And so it's
oh my God, I want to see the next Batman movie. Sorry.
Yeah, show me an industry that doesn't have pervs. They all do. It's part of humanity. Anytime you have a group of human beings, there's going to be fucking pervs. And to say that Comic-Con hasn't done enough, Comic-Con has done a lot for security. Okay, we don't know the lengths they have gone to for security. They put a lot of money into it, and it's actually a pretty tight run ship. Okay, it gets a lot of bullshit, but it's a really tight run ship.
I'm going to get back to you on that in a second. I just want to thank Movie for the $1.99 for tonight's avocado for Gary. And then we also had $5 from Dakota Stanton. He goes, show me one industry that doesn't have pervs. There was one year we were actually sitting back, and I remember we were sitting off to the side, and we're going, you know what? All you really need, and this is not to say that, this is just something that we were thinking of at the time. We're like, all you really need some people with backpacks on scattered throughout the con to do some bad stuff here. And the fact that shit, knock on wood, hasn't happened shows you what kind of security they have in place. I remember seeing, was it last year or the year before, bomb sniffing dogs going through.
Yep.
They do have the bomb sniffing dogs. They do have SWAT details, all that kind of stuff that go around. They put a lot into the security of the convention, which
well, post 9/11, I think everybody was thinking about, and everybody had that on their brain. And there was a time it was very vulnerable. Like there was no security there at all. But there's multiple levels of it now, so it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe. I mean, 100% safe, but
sorry. Grady Burrell says, on the day I bartended at the superhero street fair, there was an actual fist fight between Batman and Spider-Man at my bar. We were like, do we break this up? What do we do?
No, you make bets. Who won?
Yeah. And Movie Nobi says, did any of them say Martha?
Hey, Dalton Mortimer says, I want a custom printed erotic bow tie. I don't wear t-shirts. I actually respect that, Dalton. I actually gave up. And by the way, we'll see if we can make that. We'll see if we can make that happen. I would totally do that. I have recently, I don't know who, I stopped wearing shorts. I don't wear shorts. I mean, I wear them at the beach, or if I wear like, a bathing suit at the pool, but I do not wear shorts anymore. I all of a sudden got like really self-conscious about it. Like I'm 50. I should stop wearing shorts. So I don't wear shorts anymore. I don't wear cargo shorts. It's a thing.
I wear shorts because it's freaking hot as balls down here.
It is hot as balls. I'm just gonna have to live with it.
Yeah.
It's not in San Francisco. That's part of the reason too. Is it's like it's a summer day here. It's 54 and windy. Yeah.
It's already 75 here, and it's going to get up to like 90, I think is what it's going to get
Is
to.
the video still I'm sorry, is the video still choppy? I saw a video choppy.
No, I don't see video choppy on yours, but
It says the stream is okay. So
okay.
I think I'm hardwired in. I'm not really sure how listen. This place has to have good internet for what they do. Trust me.
Penn Farm Girl says, by the way, Dennis, you're sounding great. I was afraid of the talking might make you cough. Glad you're so much better. And thank you. Yeah, I took some cold medicine beforehand too. So I covered my bases on that.
Whiskey. No, sorry.
They don't need to know my cold medicine, what it is.
Oh, sorry. I don't think Gary needs a porn tab, particularly today. No, I don't.
Grady Burrow said Batman 1. He was one of the DJs that was less drunk than Spider-Man.
Dude, did you get video of that? Oh my God, that would have been great.
Mary Ashmead says, I don't wear shorts because I'm a redhead and I'm so white.
I'm pretty pasty myself. There it is there. Yeah. Although I have good tattoos on my legs. I got a Ghost Rider and a Wolverine. Grady Bro said, well, Gary, if your beard was shorter, your bazoom's bigger. What's your bazoom's bigger and you were you were half your age? I'm not getting that one. Maybe I read that wrong. Sorry, Grady.
Probably what you were saying about that you're getting older and weren't wearing your shorts anymore because you weren't feeling sexy.
Yeah. No, I'm not wearing shorts because they look ridiculous on a 50-year-old guy. So I just did. I look like I'm trying to be like 25. I feel sexy as hell. I work out. I'm confident. Plus, my mom and my wife say. So there you go.
Somebody's got to.
Somebody's got to. Yeah, I believe. Hey, my mom says we're the best podcast ever. So there it is. There,
Mako. If you can't tell that Gary's not 25, then you're gonna need to get your prescription changed, like now.
Oh, that sounds like jealousy, doesn't it? I'm 25, almost twice.
Oh, that's what it was. Grady Boyle says you were making a roving band of harassers at cons, so I made a joke. That's what it was. So
yes.
if your beard was shorter and your presume's a bit bigger. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. I was referring to that. See, that's what happens when you're good. Okay. Well done, Grady. I'm sorry I fucked that up. Yeah. Roving bands. Yeah. Well, maybe that's what we can do is hunt for roving bands of harassers. See what we come up with. We're on the hunt today at Comic-Con.
We're out looking for
their indigenous environment, looking for harassers.
The wily harassers.
I don't know why I'm using the
Steve Irwin voice.
Steve Irwin's voice.
Because it's
I'm dead.
Things. It's kind of like, back for our generation, it was the Mutual Omaha guy, Wild Kingdom. Remember Carlin Perkins?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to send Tim out there into the brush. There's a lion that's out there that we need to actually have him flush out.
That's why he lived much longer than Steve, right? Because Steve never had a Tim to send out into the brush.
And you just send Tim out there. Poor Tim. I think he went through like 15 Tims.
I know. Tim looks different today. Oh, it's the same Tim. All right, he just changed his hair.
Yeah, he just colored his hair and got a little plastic surgery. Don't mind him.
No, I'm not 50 yet. Pretty damn close, though. Got a year and change. Going down here. So, yeah, we're in such a... Oh, go on.
Mako says, Gary, your voice makes you sound like a 25-year-old. Perhaps $1.99 a minute careers in your future.
Hey, there you go. Hey.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It's good pay if you can get it. Come on. So what are you thinking of? You've seen both episodes of Preacher.
Yeah, I have. And quite honestly, you can tell the money's gone. They are not spending any money on this thing at all. That really bad CGI explosion that happened in the last episode was really fucking bad.
That was pretty bad.
And I'm just not looking forward to it. Thank you again, Dakota Stanton. $5. New York Times real news story. Harvey Weinstein leads herd of groping men at San Diego Comic Con. Yeah, he's leading them from jail is where he's at right now.
I'm enjoying it because I love the cast. I think the
I
cast
like
is
the
great.
cast, but you can tell there's something missing from it. I don't know what it is, and I'm sure it's Rogan and Goldberg being gone from it because they're doing The Boys right now, and they're just executive producers on it. So again, they have no say in this whatsoever. Whoever's the showrunner right now, it's the B team, and you can tell the writing's bad. There's no money, and there's a lot of things they can do. Like right now, they're in Angelville, right? Where did the Saint of all killers end up in? Oh, that's right. It's in the swamp in Angelville.
Well, he's gone now because of Jesse's soul, though. So, yeah. Okay. The thing, and I talked about this in the recap. The thing that makes Preacher special is its cast of characters. It's not Jesse at all. And to center around Jesse as much as they do, I mean, Dominic Cooper is a good-looking dude. He's a good actor, and I'm 100% for him taking over Iron Man for Robert Downey Jr. when he bows out. But I think Ruth Negga as Tulip is so freaking good, and Cassidy is so good. I keep forgetting the guy who plays his name. But you need to bring in more of that cast of characters. You could tell like Hairstar dipped in and dipped out, and he's going to be gone for a couple episodes. Well, fucking Hairstar is amazing. I want an entire series on Hairstar. So yeah, I'm enjoying it though. But it seems like a lot of people are out. The ratings are like really down the tubes.
James Hayes says, did the Inhumans have a bigger budget than this season of Preacher? Actually, I think it was double the budget than this season's of Preacher.
It did. I guarantee you it did. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks because, I mean, it's one of the best casts on TV, period. And we have been waiting so long. I adore the comic book series so much. Hairstar is the man, David Hill. So I'm sticking with it. We're going to cover it. I still like it. I wish there was more money into it, but I mean, if we are going to get a good boys TV show, I don't know. Why can't we just get both? Why can't Preacher just go to Amazon? But it's Preacher is done. This is it. This is the last season, like for sure.
Yeah, that is a great line, by the way. Grady Broyles, like a 10-inch cock. I'm going to need to see it to believe it. Yeah, that's actually really good. And I do love the whole thing where they're getting ready to give him back his soul. And when Tulip kind of screws it up, and the guy from Timeless, and I can't remember his name now, he pops up from the back seat after they're driving away and goes, so how'd that go? Did everything go okay? Because he had the headphones on. He wasn't listening to anything.
No.
That was actually my favorite scene out of the entire damn thing.
Dude, it's such a good show. Oh, thank you for the kind words, people. The artist formerly known as Aaron J. say that I look like I'm in my early 30s, late 30s. I'll accept. Mary says early 40s. I just act immature. It's like an immature field. Yeah. Also, I don't know, maybe because I didn't drink alcohol for so long, but I made up for it by doing like a lot of hard drugs. That should have like really took its toll on me, but it did it on the inside.
And also that whole thing with the Hare Krishnas too.
That was funny. I loved that.
That was actually really good. Yeah, that was, with the are you ready to accept Humperdew as as the Messiah? Fuck you, man.
Oh my God. Remember one of the commenters got really pissed when we were both going Humpadoo. You guys just watch the show. Okay, it's funny. Humperdew was so well done.
The inbred Messiah.
Whoever is playing Madame Langell, grandma, is great. That
is Betty Buckley. She was
Betty Buckley. Thank you.
Eight is Enough. She was the mother on Eight is Enough. Betty Buckley.
Oh my God, she was.
Yep.
That is crazy. Wow, she looks different. She is amazing, and the music they have behind her every time that it sounds like Cthulhu is going to come out from under her chair or something like that. It's really cool. I like it. So there's still stuff they do that's great, but you can tell they're just going to be in the house all year. So
yeah, they are. They're going to be out on the farm. They are literally out on the farm in Angelville. Now
I can't remember it, but TC reciting his dream with Lucy Liu in it. The Cassidy with the drugs. She's like, "You're not entirely disgusting," or something like that.
Yeah.
And the Cassidy's like, "You tell me you're the worst person here," and he's all, "Nope, no, I'm not."
That's the guy from Blood Drive, the
Yep.
sci-fi
Yep.
series Blood Drive. He was the main bad guy in it, and he's hilarious.
I think he's in the casting book of Redneck. The guy who plays Jody's good.
Yeah, the guy who plays
He's really good. And
yeah.
big. The guy is like, well, I think maybe he looks big next to Dominic Cooper, who might be a Hobbit. But
Yeah, and they also shoot him from below quite a bit.
yeah, they do. But he looks giant. It's the salt, SF air, and clean living. Good for the skin. Yeah, and then just not seeing the sun, Grady, ever.
Yeah, I see the sun entirely too much now, as you can tell. Got my little farmer's tan going.
Oh, yeehaw.
Yep.
Sexy.
It is sexy.
So sexy.
Slurmy Scott says, anybody else see the news that James Duff, Major Crimes and The Closer, is the new executive producer of Star Trek Discovery?
Did not see that news. That is breaking. Thank you, Slurmy Scott. Breaking news. You get the breaking news award. So he's done Major Crimes and Closer.
Closer, which are both really just shitty shows.
Yeah, you know what? Those are great science fiction shows. Those are really great science based in science and science fiction shows. So we're getting more of the Gilmore Girls writers, and
you're getting TNT is what you're getting. You're getting TNT level quality is what you're getting now.
That you can't, but now. And I mean, not okay. If people who like those, like I like some procedural shows too. Love them death. I don't want people from procedural shows writing my Star Trek. Yeah.
No,
Doomcock was on the High Council. He laid that one pretty. Anything with Kurtzman involved, nah.
Well, also the TNT procedural shows suck a lot more than just the procedural shows. I don't know what it is. Well, we actually watched, what was it, the period piece one with Dakota Fanning in it.
The Alienist. Yeah,
the
that
Alienist.
that was a show.
Yeah. Supposedly it got better. That's what some of our chatters.
It's not getting picked up. It's not getting picked up for season 2. No, I heard it wasn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I heard they were not going to pick it up, but it got like, I heard it got better. The ratings were good. People watched it. I mean, like, it's fun. It's so weird how our videos perform sometimes. Like at first like nobody watched the video, and then I look back to 2 days ago and it's got like almost 2,000 views. I'm like, what? When did that happen? Shit. That's why, I don't get super discouraged when a video doesn't like take off out the gate, because we cover TV shows. A lot of people stream, and then, like with Gifted, that was a great example of like a slow burn for us. All the shows ended up doing really well for us, but it took like 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's people watching our back catalog, and that's not a bad thing. Sunday. Okay. What's Grady Broyles is okay.
I call them Saturday afternoon sci-fi. Stargate was the apex of it. He's talking about the low budget kind of sci-fi shows. Yeah,
I like those shows. I do. I don't mind bad special effects of good storytelling. And that takes us back to, we all get together, and we're going to get together with the patrons, and we might even have a discussion when I get that Discord fired up about like what old stuff we're going to cover. We do have some stuff up. We are going to do Burn Notice and Briscoe County Jr. with Susan. I want to get Susan involved in some more stuff. And it's going to be fun.
Rubicon Alpha says, any word on season 2 of Happy on Sci-Fi? I'll just buy off Amazon when available. No, we haven't heard when it's premiering as of yet.
They are shooting for actually coming out completely before Christmas this time and not being delayed. Nice. But it is shooting right now. Spoke with Derek. Derek doesn't know much about it. He's not like super involved in that show in any way, other than he helped create the main character. And Derek, last time we spoke, said nothing about it. He's not going to Comic-Con, which sucks. Usually that's where I see him. But he's back east helping some family. But when he comes back, he's said he's going to come on. So There you go. Well, we've heard
Dalton
that.
Mortimer, The Librarians, is canceled. It's been canceled. So
It's gone.
yep.
Like my Melissa loved that show, Dalton, and we've heard actually John loved that show too.
Yeah. I tried getting into it. The only things I could actually watch were the ones with Bruce Campbell, where he played Santa Claus. That was about the only episodes I could watch. Sorry.
I missed that. Oh, I got to watch that now.
Yeah.
Someone needs to pay Ronald D. Moore a truckload of money to do good sci-fi elsewhere. Apple doesn't deserve him. We do, says Movie Fanobi. Agreed. Ronald D. Moore should be writing Star Trek right now. He should be doing something. I mean, we got Outlander. I mean, we don't cover that show, but it's a good show. It's okay. I saw the first season. I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really my cup of tea, but I mean, it's quality. I mean, it's good acting and everything. It's very Doctor Who, by the way. And the creator of the show or the book said she was inspired by the second Doctor and Jamie. Librarians was canceled. I don't think it got a reprieve. No, it did not. Lucifer did, and I am very curious about Lucifer going to Netflix. Now, was it Amazon? Is it Netflix or Amazon?
Amazon.
Amazon. It was Amazon, because I think that's going to up the quality of the show, and maybe they'll make it more like the graphic novel. So I'm
Less
giving that one. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to give that one a second look once it hits Amazon. That's Dennis the Menace. I'm just seeing.
Yeah,
I was a menace to society. Yeah.
I wanted to go back to James Hayes. He said, was the plot for Batman number 50 Tom King's idea, or was it forced on him by DC Comics?
Tom King's idea. It's part of a 100-issue arc that he is part of. And yeah, it was his idea. He knew, okay, so for Tom King has been come out on Twitter and goes, listen, I didn't know they were going to spoil it. And there's 3 layers to the complaint with Batman 50. There was the content of the story. There was knowingly marketing a lie. Okay. And then there's the not being honest with your retailers. Because those are 3 separate things. Okay. There's lying to fans and lying to retailers. Tom King is out there. He actually contacted Feisty. I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about, but I am allowed to talk about the fact that he said, yeah, he feels bad. Like he's he didn't realize there'd be this much blowback. And my question is, you didn't? Like, you saw DC was marketing, like he wrote the story, so he knew they weren't getting married. And then he saw DC marketing heavily that they're selling special edition books called The Wedding Album. There was no wedding. The wedding did not happen. So that is, I mean, I've heard the false advertising claims and stuff. That's awfully hard to prove, but it's wrong. And the court of public opinion, you just lost DC, and DC's had so much goodwill lately. It's Brian Hibbs, the guy who bought my shop, he's pissed at DC, and I mean, he's, when it comes to retailing and stuff, he's a very measured guy. He doesn't get mad at stuff. And he was like, that's how I found out about it, is he posted on Facebook. And yeah, he's pissed. So it screwed a lot of people. So Tom King was aware. So Tom King's not responsible for the spoiler. No, that was not his doing, or he had nothing to do with that. But he wrote the story and he went along with the marketing. He could have cost him his job and stuff, but honestly, maybe he did leak it. Maybe he felt bad. Maybe he fought against it, and they said, nope, you can't say anything, because like everything about it is wrong.
It's the same thing they did with Hush.
Exact same thing.
It's the exact same thing they did with the Green Lantern one. What was it? By the powers combined, we become the White Ranger or whatever it is. That whole I'm sorry, that ended just badly. The whole power ring thing. And DC has this history of doing this, where they set something up, they do this really big storyline, and then they wimp out the end.
I like some of that stuff. I do. We disagree on that stuff, but I mean, some of it ends bad. I know I'm in the minority. I like Civil War. I love Civil War. There's, and as far as Marvel stuff, as far as DC stuff.
Oh, your video just kind of
too many crosses. How is it now?
Okay, now you're back.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just kind of weird there for a second. It was a kind of thing.
There you go. Sorry about that. In a different house. I'm not using my gigabyte internet, so.
So you were saying there the difference between DC, Marvel, what was going on?
I just think some DC crossovers were good, some weren't. You know, I liked the whole Green Lantern Rebirth thing, and I liked all that stuff. I liked Identity Crisis, but I didn't like all the crises. And I did like Hush, but it could have been better. And yes, they do this over and over again. That was part of the conversation yesterday. Is like these companies they're so desperate now to get some kind of headline that they're selling out the comic stores and the fans. And it just sucks. There's nothing we can do about it. Well, there is. You got to stop buying this stuff. But I think at this point, if you stop buying the stuff, you'll put more comic shops out of business. And I think this move will put. I don't think it's crazy to think that it'll put maybe a couple of comic shops out of business, push them over the edge, especially if there was this custom variant thing. It's actually something I give away at the Patreon, where if you order 5,000 books, they will make a comic. It's very basic, but it's specific to your store. So it's a variant for your store, but you have to buy 5,000 of them. And this is a $4.99 book. So it's 5,000 times $2.99. You do the math. That's how much they had to pay. They have to recoup that. They're not going to recoup it because it's been spoiled, and people are canceling their orders because of the plot. So the plot was spoiled, and it also was a lie. So, and then if they try to come out, DC did an explanation. I don't know if you read it, Dennis. We read it last night in the stream, dude. It's bad. It reads so bad. Just don't read it. It'll make you mad.
Yeah, I know. It's and I posted a GIF about this on when you posted that on Facebook. It's Lucy pulling the football away from Charlie Brown when he goes in to kick it, and it's what they do every single time. They tee up the football and they pull it away at the last second.
Cylons are hacking the fracking toasters. Wally, is that what I sounded like? Wally,
yeah, you sound like
awesome.
Wally.
I was trying to jump on the stream last night, and I had to wait because they sounded like Cylons to me. So yeah, if that starts happening, we'll have to cut it out. But if it's better now, we're good. You guys having a good time? I'm having a good time. It's nice. It's nice having Dennis back, just sitting back and chatting on a wonderful 4th of July. Honestly, though, the DC thing is that's why they dropped it on the holiday weekend. They thought it would blow over, but then, people just forget about it. Do people actually forget YouTube exists? People, come on. Come on.
Yeah, no,
all right. So, guys, I'm going to ask the chat in there. This is just one of those, especially since we've had a couple serious, freaking live streams. We're trying to lighten them up. So what is the best thing you guys have seen this year? If you have to pick one thing, Dennis, out of all of the TV shows we cover, movie, what's the best thing you've seen this year so far?
Oh, the best thing I've seen this year so far. Oh, I would have to say Legion.
Okay.
Legion. 12 Monkeys is close, but I haven't seen the ending as of yet. So, but Legion is definitely up there as a top.
Brady Boyle says The Expanse, easy. John Bellman says Counterpart, Legion. Lubella says Legion. Viking Bitch says Legion. Counterpart and Doomcock says JP. That's good. Yes. Expanse and 12 Monkeys says David Hill. Wow. Yeah, we got to get on that 12 Monkeys train, man. This the way they released it, man. It was it's like I don't know how to get around that other than it's best to do the last one after the last one. But we need to do one before that, and we'll make it happen. Penn Farm Girl says The Expanse, Legion, Counterpart. The artist formerly known as Aaron says Legion. Dakota Stanton says STD, obviously. That shit doesn't go away, Dakota. The last season of 12 Monkeys is a mess writing wise, but whatever. But whatever, gotcha. Expanse and Solo says Nigel. Legion by far says Marcus Kahn. Legion spoke to my soul, says Viking Bitch.
Yeah.
Expanse is a close second, says Mary. STD joke, of course, David Hill. And the first channel I ever subscribed to, all because of the This is the first channel I ever subscribed to, all because of the Expanse rewatching season 1 now, says Slurmy Scott. That is, I love hearing that we're the first channel you subscribe to. That is cool. That's awesome. Expanse. And I just got here, so I have no idea what you're talking about. This is crazy, Carlos. You answered correctly.
We're just asking what the best thing is you've seen so far this year. And Grady Broyles, the last season, you were saying 12 Monkeys is a mess writing wise. I thought so too at first, until about, God, I would have to say about after episode 7. And then it all became clear as to what they were doing. And I was like, oh, okay, this is the best use of time travel I've ever seen. So, yeah, it's awesome. Really fucking awesome.
I love hearing that. Okay. So Westworld, it was more bare butts. I found you and subscribed to you when you were reviewing Counterpart, says Mako. Yes. Fucking Counterpart, man. We got so lucky finding that show. It was we were in the similar situation we were now. We're like, man, we need to add something. We're kind of light. And then I saw this trailer for something. It looks pretty cool. So he shot me the trailer. I watched it, and I think it was 2 minutes later, I went, oh, we're covering this.
Yeah.
This looks amazing. Yeah. And the rest was history.
Yeah.
If J.K. Simmons doesn't win, I mean, fuck awards, but he really should win awards.
Oh, Viking Mitch. Yeah, the tick. The tick brought me here is what she says. Yes, I'm waiting for season 2 to come up. I want more Danger Boat. I know Danger Boat. Danger Boat.
Westworld, Counterpart, and Legion. The Tick. I subscribed you guys looking for Legion and Westworld content, which was scarce. Stayed for the joy with you guys in the chat, says Moon Finobi. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know why people, I'm glad they don't, but I don't know why people don't do like longer podcasts on TV shows. There's so many to talk about. Dakota says the Gifted is I came for the Nerdrotic channel. STD and the Gifted. Yes, and they will both be back right around the same time.
Yeah, because they keep popping up just like STDs do. And the Gifted.
Best of 2017. Happy. Maybe not wanted to mention it though. I think that was my best of 2017, if I remember correctly. I would say so far. Ooh, man, I got to pick one, right? I'm going to say The Expanse because it really helped the channel, and it was a really great season, and I love it so much. And we helped save it, so I would say The Expanse so far. But Counterpart and Legion are 1B. It's like a 1A, 1B.
Morks, yes, we do have love for the Orville. We are going to be covering season 2 of the Orville when it comes back this fall. So we are going to be
every single damn episode up for that. We covered the last 2 episodes, and they ended up doing. Wow. Okay. Cool. And plus, I love the show.
Again there.
Wally, how is it now?
You're a little blurry.
Hang on. Read some chat.
Okay. Excuse me. So Mary Ashmead, I subscribed at the beginning of the Save Legion campaign, but didn't start chatting until I found your calendar. That's pretty funny. And what about the worst of 2017? Or is everyone agreeing that it's STD? Of course, STD is the worst of 2017 or of anything. YouTube Vlog Life. I watched first episode of Westworld 2 days ago, and it was clear what direction Westworld will take and who will put that photo in Dolores's father's ranch. Okay. Grody Broyles says, Grady Broyles.
Oh, wow.
Where did I get that one from? Sorry. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the finale of 12 Monkeys. You're right about the time travel use reveal-y thing you're talking about. Yes. There's a lot of different things that are revealed about this time travel use, and it even gets stronger by the time we get to episode 9. Episode 9, when they finally hit us with the end-all be-all of what everything is about, and I was like, holy shit, that actually makes a lot of sense. That's really kind of cool.
That sounds great. Hi, Feisty. What's up?
Hey, Feisty. The artist formerly known as Aaron J, and I just lost it. Just subscribed tonight. Came for the Legion review. Stayed for the chat. Nice, thank you.
Thank you so much for jumping on. We appreciate it. Yeah, this is the best chat on YouTube, period. It's like, oh my God, even when it's tested, when the boundaries are tested, they prevail. It's pretty awesome. So, that you guys make the show, honestly. Like today, I will be honest with you. Today we flipped the switch. I said, hi, Dennis. And he said, hi, Gary. Let's start the show. That was our pre-production meeting.
So what are we going to talk about? I don't know. We'll just talk and see what happens.
I'll throw up a title with the stuff we've covered lately and see what happens. And dude, we're what, hour and a half in, something like that. So we're okay. We're okay. And it's because of you guys. Trust me.
Exactly. Mufinobi says this is close to sitting around the kitchen table in the Rocinante, talking with people of common interests, having back and forth discussions. It's cool. You don't get this everywhere. Exactly. And that's what we wanted. I mean, again, like I said at the very beginning, this is why we started this, is just because we kind of missed those talks in the store of just sitting around and bullshitting about bullshit.
Oh, exactly. If we could have just turned a microphone on in the shop, that'd be a great podcast. Feisty Fan is about to go to work. She didn't get any new books. Sorry. She works at a comic store. But she's having a back issue sale at the unknown comic shop that we can't talk about right now. But go make that paper, Feisty. Do it. Good to see you in here.
I think that's our new tagline: bullshitting about bullshit.
Yes.
Oh man, no, crazy Carlos, don't ask her that. Don't ask her how many Batman number 50 she sold.
Yeah, she's probably not happy about that. Yeah. Not enough. It'll probably end up selling a lot still because it's,
people will buy it. Yeah.
People will they've committed to buy it at their comic store. They actually should buy it.
I'll show people that haven't read anything about the New York Times article, don't know about it. You're also going to have speculators that are going to come in and go, oh, there's a wedding, and they'll come and buy it. So I don't have any. I don't see that happening. That's going to lose. Oh,
I love this. Grady Broyle says neurotic is being talked about by people in other sci-fi communities when the subject of health and toxicity comes up. The health and civility of this community is what stands out. Wow, really? That's nice. Surreal and crazy and really, really good to hear. Thanks, Grady. That made my fucking day. Wow. Yes, and we will maintain that. The easiest way to, there's actually, I mean, it's not rocket science, people. It's we just don't get controversial. I mean, we do once in a while, and like I said, we'll test the boundaries, but we'll generally just run back. Just think of a toddler. That's what we are. We're YouTube toddlers. We're testing boundaries, and it's like it's like when a kid gets caught with his hand in a cookie jar, we go sorry and then go back. So you do rock. You all rock in here, and this is the way it's going to stay. I love that little. Thanks, crazy. A little. And yeah, that's really good to hear. Wow,
that's pretty nice. Excuse me. I'm still a little hoarse.
We need to get an article published for Nerdrotic. Where? Well, a shout out. A shout out from a big YouTuber, but I don't know. It's like we don't fit with like if we got, I don't know, we're fit in a really weird place. We've got our own little niche here, which I'm pretty happy about. So
yeah. Philip A. Demick says, I want the next season of the Tick to have Deflator Mouse, American Made, and Batman Well. Batman Well and Deflator Mouse are the same character, by the way.
Yeah, well, they can make them separate. I mean, in the show, but yeah, they're kind of the. I think Batman Well was so well done. If they got the same actor too, that'd be fun.
Nestor Carbell. If they could get him to come back, that would be awesome. He played the mayor in the Batman Begins.
Yes, he did.
Series, which I thought was pretty funny. That came full circle on that one.
All right. Feisty fan, $4.99. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. That's because Dennis and Gary make this channel an inclusive and loving place to talk about nerdy stuff and bullshit. Damn straight. Thanks, Feisty, for $4.99.
Whoa, and Mary Ashme, $2. Thank you. I meant save Expanse. I need more coffee.
Me too, Mary. Me too. More coffee would be good. YouTube vlog life. Hey, keep your comments up. Maybe like I always do that when I misspell something because I'm a horrible speller. Not saying you're a horrible speller.
Holy
YouTube
crap!
Vlog Life.
Crazy
What?
Carlos, $19.99. I want my Nerdrotic shirts. Meow.
Okay. You'll take a peek on Twitter a little later today, and it'll be up there. Oh, can I? I mean, it's the usual crew in here, but I really want to pub Dennis. Dennis, what his job here is? I mean, co-host, of course, but he also is like our news guy, and he does the Facebook page. And I really want to pump our Facebook page. Has actually started to grow. Our Facebook group has been growing lately, and our Facebook page. Please check it out. So when you have time, it's Nerdrotic Podcast and Nerdrotic Podcast Group. Yep. He does a fine job over there. So
and it's a lot of fun. People on the group, everyone gets to talk. So people have been posting stuff up and some interesting stuff too. And sometimes I mine it too for the news. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, I'm in there. I can't like respond all the time, but I read everything and it's continuing the conversation. And you're right. Yeah, we mine it sometimes big time. It's really good for content.
Exactly. I don't see everything, I try.
No, Facebook's weird. I mean, like you'll tell me, oh, I posted this thing, right? And I look back and I don't find it. And then I find it in a weird place. Like it wasn't an order or something. I don't know. It's different on my phone.
We got thank you, Nigel Brote Savage. £4. I don't know how much it is in dollars, but not the Klingons.
Not the Klingons. Thank you, Nigel. Movie Fenobi. Yeah, if you're off Facebook, then that's cool. Then Twitter or just here is fine. Yeah, don't if you've broken off, don't come back then. It's a good thing.
And we're also on Instagram as well. So
I saw that, Mary. Thank you very much. She is a $5 patron now. Yes, you get a shirt. $5 and up, you get a shirt.
And you get a shirt. And
you get a shirt.
James Hayes says, "I'm sorry, but if you put kitty ears on that T-shirt, I'm just not going to." I don't think we're putting kitty ears on that.
No.
So I'm pretty sure you don't have to worry about that.
Go on.
Marcus Kahn says, "Sadly, I'm just a poor nerd." Yes, I know. There's a lot of us that are out there.
Hey, your time is valuable too. Okay. The fact that you take the time to watch us and subscribe and give us time of your life, stuff you cannot get back, is very much appreciated. That's cool. Give what you can. If you can't, that's cool. That's totally great. Yep. I got to pub my buddy, Pat Kim.
Yes.
So I don't look like I'm doing a cultural appropriation or whatever that word is. So get down here. So this is Sick Man of Asia. He's a tattoo artist. And if you're ever in a place called Hangtown, which is near, Pleasant? No, it's past Pleasanton.
Placerville.
It's Placerville. That's right. Hangtown. You got to go see Pat Kim.
Placerville is up by Lake Tahoe, by the way.
Yes, it's on the way to Lake Tahoe, and he is the former bass player for Unwritten Law. He is now a tattoo artist, and he is one of the best damn tattoo artists I've ever seen. So check out Pat Kim if you're in Hangtown. Plus, it's a cool place. It's really like it's an old westerny kind of place. So old gold town. Yeah, thanks. These are the people who made these shirts are going to be making our shirts. So
nice.
Yes.
Penn Farm Girl, Dennis and Gary, you're the best, and all the neurotic fans follow your lead. Thank you so much. Yes, I mean we actually follow your lead just as much as you guys follow.
Yeah.
So it's not it's reciprocal on this. Viking Bitch says, "I'm currently researching tattoo artists. I need more."
Pat Kim. Check out Pat Kim and Tanya Nix. Tanya Nix is she has done most of mine, and she does it on the side. She's one of those bohemian photographer, guitar player, surfer, tattoo girls from Germany who lived in Africa for 10 years on her own and survived. Yeah, she's one of those. She's amazing.
Once they see a Feisty fan, she's off to work. So
Feisty fan, sell lots of Batman 50. Okay.
Yep.
Do well.
Don't tell them what's going on. Just sell it to them.
Yep. Just go, here you go. It's really good. I heard it's a good comic still, but I mean,
Yeah.
Nerderotic pants optional. Well, yeah, you never know if we're wearing pants. We could be puppets for all you know.
I am not wearing pants. I'm just going to say that right now because I never wear pants when I'm on this show.
I'm wearing hammer pants. I got big baggy hammer pants on with polka dots because it's hammer time. Sell it all. So we should probably wrap things up here.
Yeah,
guys,
we should wrap things up here.
Got a parade to get to, and you guys have been we've had 66 viewers pretty much hung in there. So and I really could do this all day. So our next show, I don't know the time, is going to be 12 Monkeys, right?
Well, do we have Cloak and Dagger tomorrow, right?
Oh, if maybe. I think they would rather have 12 Monkeys.
Okay, we can do 12 Monkeys instead.
We'll do 12 Monkeys Part 1. So it's just going to be the first half of
first 6 episodes.
First 6 episodes of season 4, and then Saturday we're going to do the last 6 episodes.
Last 7, I think, because it's
7. Yeah, whatever's left.
Whatever's left. I think it's 12 or 13 episodes. I can't remember offhand. I actually wanted to say, because I love this slogan, and I just lost it. Mako, Nerdrotic long and uncut, or Nerdrotic can eat an avocado for hours.
Oh God! Did I hit my camera? Whoops.
And Bork says that could be the slogan. Nerdrotic, we hung in there.
Oh, that's funny. Somebody was asking earlier if those bottles are bongs. I was just no. Oh my God, that does look like the genie bottle right there.
It does, yeah.
I wasn't even noticing the background. I just like the blue wall. I have no idea what these books are. Oh, dang.
Agent Future, $5. Thank you. I'm surprised that Marvel Studios didn't release Ant-Man and the Wasp on the 4th of July. Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised about that too. I'm like, okay, you guys know that people are off on that day. They can go during the day. Yes, I know they're not going to go in the evening because of the fireworks, so we need to blow shit up to celebrate independence. But yeah, do it during the day, man.
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that. And didn't Will Smith had a movie on the 4th of July forever? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
there is no big movies opening today.
No, there's nothing.
That makes no sense at all. I guess it's just because of the day it landed on. Because Tuesday is a weird day for a holiday, but
Wednesday.
It's my sorry. It's my Tuesday, okay, because I work Tuesday. Yeah, it's weird.
YouTube Vlog Life, you are correct in assuming those are bong bottles, especially since Gary thought it was Tuesday instead of Wednesday.
Beer.
But they're not bong bottles.
No, they're not. Wow. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. Let me those real
thank you.
You keep reading the chat while I'm using my makeshift mouse here.
Finobi says, in only one 30-second logo session, 5 variants already. You guys are set. Thank you. Yes, we do have a lot. Oh God,
Oh my God. Did I miss some super chats?
No.
We just got a lot. Oh my.
Got a lot, yeah.
Okay, movie Finobi $1.99. John Bellman for $10. Dakota Stanton for $5. Penn Farm Girl for $5. Movie Finobi for $1.99. Dakota Stanton for $5. Dakota Stanton for $5. Feisty Fan for $4.99. Mary Ash Mead for $2. Crazy Carlos for a $19.99. Nigel, not the Klingons, for 4 European dollars, which are euros, and or pounds. I'm not really sure.
It's pounds.
And it's pounds. And Agent Future, $5. Damn. And whoa, John Billman, $10 for the calendar. It will go towards the calendar, John. Dang.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, Grady Broyles, I do agree. The last 12 Monkeys. We're not going to probably put a time constraint on it when we do the 12 Monkeys recaps, because quite honestly, it's time travel, and yes, it does make for a challenging analysis.
They'll. I mean, if you guys don't mind, a minimum, I think they'll be 90-minute podcasts. Yeah, they're not going to be our 45-minute to an hour recap. They'll be 90 minutes to 2 hours, and if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Kind of like how we do Netflix seasons. We do those like the Lost in Space one we did for almost 2 hours. So yeah, ours live and long, and that's Doctor Who money. Yeah, we're doing Doctor Who. Just because I don't know, I've been I'm not excited for the new one, but I still love Doctor Who so much. So we'll see.
Mufinobi says that he heard that they were trying to split time between Incredibles 2 competing against themselves.
Okay, that does make sense. Yeah. And Incredibles 2 has made a lot of money.
Yeah, it has. Yeah,
it has. It was a pretty good movie. It was a damn good movie. It's nowhere near as good as the first, but it's a good movie.
Mako says tomorrow. So they can binge the 6 episode
Thursday. I'm just got to check with the wife, make sure the schedule, because I'm still out of town. But I think that's fine.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. That sounds
right. So tomorrow.
In place of
place of Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, in place of Cloak and Dagger, we'll do 12 Monkeys. I think that'll make people happy. They changed the movie time so that you can watch a movie before or after the fireworks. You can watch the fireworks from the theater parking lot. That's nice. I think I'm going to watch the fireworks from our balcony here. We're out. We're looking over the bay.
Yeah, I think I can see fireworks from where I'm at too.
I'm looking over the San Francisco Bay right now, and all right, I'm gonna ditch out. Everybody, you guys are great. Let's thank the chat, Dennis. Let's thank the chat.
I want to thank Mary Ashmead, Penn Farm Girl, Mako, Mufinobi, Viking Bitch, Cordell Fanival, Slurmy Scott. Welcome aboard. Philip Agdemic. Excuse me. YouTube Vlog Life, Vasco Zuzus, Crazy Carlos, Alex Utopia, Nigel Brote Savage, John Bellman, and Grady Broyles. Sorry, I messed up your name there, Grady, earlier. David Hill, good to see you as well. And who else am I missing here? Morks. I knew Morks was in there. Feisty fan who left earlier. Thank you very much. And Rubicon Alpha. And who else do we have here? Marcus Hahn, James Hayes. And do we have anybody else here that I'm missing? And that is about where I'm at. Oh, a brown comic book reader.
Yes.
And those of you that I didn't get to, thank you, Lubella, as well. Thank you very much. And Agent Future, thank you very much. We, had a great time here. And Gary, you don't have the Patreon video up?
No, I can't put up the Patreon video right now, but thank you to all the people that I'm working on a new one. And Jasper Seho is asking, so did Cloak and Dagger pass the 4-episode rule? Unfortunately, it did not. It's very sad to say that too. We really needed something to cover, but I honestly, it would just be me crapping on the show, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I'll come back. We'll come back and do the finale. We can promise you we'll do the finale. And I know I said this every week for Krypton and stuck with Krypton, but I'm not going to go through that again. That really sucks. So yeah, it sucks. Could cost us some clicks, but I mean, yeah, I don't want to just crap on a show. It's no fun. That's not part of what we do here. So except for Star Trek Discovery. Yeah. So in place, there'll be 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. I think that'll work.
Friday night too. Friday night's on as usual, and that's going to be our Ant-Man and the Wasp review. So
yes.
What we are going to do with that is the first 20 minutes will be spoiler free. So people can dip in and dip out if they want it, and then we'll go into spoilers after that.
We're probably going to have to amend 12 Monkeys then for tomorrow.
Why?
Considering, since that's when Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, that's right. I got to watch it tomorrow. Yeah,
that's right. We got to watch it.
That's right. I keep forgetting that.
It just dawned on me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to be at the time that we're supposed to.
Why don't we do 12 Monkeys on Friday then? We'll just make it part of the Friday podcast.
Or we, yeah.
I can't bend time. I can't
Yeah,
unless we do
I
it
know.
tonight. Yeah, and I can't do it tonight. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're working things out live on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I forgot about Ant-Man and Wasp. I keep forgetting it's tomorrow. We'll see. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll
Yes.
do 2 things on Friday and then finish it up Saturday, or we can do part 1 on Saturday and part 2 on Sunday.
I think that'll work. Yeah.
You want to do that? We can do
Yeah,
that.
I think that'll work.
Yep, let's do that. Okay.
Cool.
Again, I'll do 3 podcasts to get on Sunday. What the hell? My voice can handle it. Okay. So, Crazy Carlos says, do Ant-Man and the Wasp on Sunday. Yeah. We'll talk amongst ourselves and we will get back to you. Check us out at nerdrotic.com. The schedule will be up there. That's definitely something to think about. Everybody have a very happy 4th. Okay. I want you to go out there, be safe, have lots of fun.
Celebrate independence by blowing some shit up.
Blow some shit up. And we'll be back a lot. So we'll be back Friday. So see us on Friday with Susan, and we'll be talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp, and we will definitely doors and corners, right, Mako? We are going to do 2 12 Monkeys podcasts. That is a promise, and it'll be before the weekend ends. I can promise you that. So, guys and gals, thank you so much. You are wonderful in the chat. Take us out, Dennis.
Children of Earth, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
May the small folks sing songs of your greatness. Ciao, everybody.
Good night, everybody.